Hello. So nice to see you. I'm going through the pages. Hi, everybody. Okay, it is recording. Perfect. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. Okay, great. Then I'd say let's start. I'm just going to tune in and see what kind of information comes through for us. And the energies are already flowing. Maybe you notice it, these already start coming in a few hours before we actually start meditating. And while I'm talking, they're just coming through stronger. So, okay, very interesting. So, a heart expansion is happening. Maybe you tune into your heart and you can feel it. So the energies are already doing that, and a lot of joy is coming up. And I'm just getting the information to talk a little bit more about the joy of existence, because it's like the joy of existence is compared to joy as we usually experience as an emotion. You're joyful because you buy something, you get something that you like, you accomplished something, and then you feel joy. It's like a feedback in the body that something resonates with you, but as an emotion. And the joy of existence, it's so first the core joy of existence is really because you exist in this reality, there is joy there. So it's a subtle joy, and it's experienced everywhere, like in every cell of the body, and it's a vibration of every cell of the body. And just because you exist, it's there, and it's more subtle. So it's not like extreme joy, like when you do something that you absolutely enjoy, then there is so many emotions. It's more subtle, but it's there all the time, and it's very beautiful because you move through your life just accompanied by this beautiful joy, and it doesn't really matter what you do. You don't need to do anything specific to get the experience of joy, so it's just there. And what happens then, and it's very beautiful, that we don't need to do things anymore that where we get a feedback in the body as an emotion that we enjoy ourselves, so we enjoy it. So that means, for example, before, let's say we had a bad day, and then we did certain things like eating a cake, and then joy was coming up, or meeting a friend, joy was coming up. So we had to connect to certain situations, and joy was coming up, which is absolutely fine, it's perfect. But when the joy of existence is there, you eat your cake, you meet your friend, or you just sit at home. It's like it's always the same. It doesn't change anymore. So you don't need to do anything specific to experience this joy. And yes, there are then things that resonate more and things they don't resonate so much, but it's more information in the field as well, like the joy of existence. It's just information in the field. You just have a knowing. So the body doesn't give you feedback for specific things anymore versus it was before. And this gives a lot of freedom, because before we had to do things to get the joy or to feel endorphins in the body. And then you just don't need to do this anymore. And this gives a lot of freedom. And why the heart? So sometimes the joy of existence can be felt also through the heart in it, but it's like a sweetness, just this. It's even more, it's a so there is joy of existence, and then there's like the next step. It's like this sweetness, and experienced in the heart is so beautiful. And it's also just it just comes in without a reason. um, we can also say so, I use the word sweetness, but it's also like love. When just this love comes in, but it doesn't really have a reason to come in. So it's very beautiful because we're just free in this 3D reality. Whatever we do, but we don't need to do certain things to experience it in the body. um, it gives, yeah, this beautiful space of freedom. And then it's also not needed anymore. We just forget. So we just do whatever we do, and we're not, so a better way to describe is we don't need to do certain things. um, Hang on, what's the best way to describe it? To get something back. So we just do it because of the sake of doing it, and not because we get something back. And that's a lot of freedom in all areas. Like helping others, this is coming up as well. um, this is another feedback. When we usually help somebody, we feel good, we feel we have accomplished something, we feel great about ourselves. There are just this feedback in the body, in sort of emotions, in form of emotions. But when the body, the emotions start to become less and less, and more the information of the system is forward, so this is the main experience, then we just do things for the sake of doing them. We help because we're helping, and we don't expect anything back. And it's not even that we don't expect anything back, we just do it, we don't think about anything else. So it also gives a lot of freedom. Yeah, and again, the sweetness of the heart is coming up. um, I look deeper. Yeah, so basically when we are connecting to our true nature, it's a very the possibility is to connect through it through the heart, and is probably the best possible way. um, if it's there already for everybody, or if it's there already, if you experience it fully all the time, then it's different. But if you feel you don't have the connection all the time yet, you can just focus on the heart, and then the experience of the system becomes more quiet. And what you focus on, the heart expands. And so because the heart expands, everything else becomes more quiet. The true nature can come forward more, the experience of the true nature. So whenever there is something in your everyday life experience that you don't prefer, a trigger is coming up, you're in a situation that you don't prefer, there's turmoil going on, whatever, you can focus on the heart. Because people are asking me for another tool. Often they ask me for another tool because I always say, okay, give things away, give it to universe, God, Divine Mother, give stuff away. But now they're showing me, yeah, just another possibility to basically get out of energies we're in, experiences we're in that we don't prefer. It's focusing on the heart. And it sounds so simple, and what is it going to do? But just try it. Like when you are experiencing emotions, a lot of stuff going on in your system, um, and you just want to let this go, focus on the heart, and then it can dissolve, because the focus on the heart brings the true nature forward, or the connection, and then this becomes the main experience. So yeah, there is another tool. Try it, try it. I often share different tools, and then you see what works for you best, because everybody's different. Everybody has a different understanding of how things work, and the system is different. So yeah, um, try it. Everything else can then dissolve. You don't even have to sit. You can also do it like through your everyday life experience, while you drive or while you go shopping. Internally, you do everything on the outside normally, but internally, just focus on the heart. Yeah. Then the experience can shift. Okay. Um, and then I would like to share. So, not this weekend, but the weekend after. Mm, actually, the dates 20th and 20th, 21st of 20, 24th and 25th of January. Um, there are two events, and I'm part of these events, or I'm hosted by two different hosts. So one is the Open Circle. It's a community from the US. They do in-person events, and also they invite spiritual teachers and healers online. And so I will do an online session for them. So I will do a little talk and then also energy healing. So if you're interested in joining, you're very welcome. I'm going to share the link um, in the chat in a moment. So it's the Open Circle, and they do it on a donation basis. And then on it's from time is 5 p.m. European time, so Central European time, or 8 a.m. Pacific time. And on Sunday is POK, so I'm there regularly as a guest speaker, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, we're also going to do a talk and energy healing, and this is for free. So if you want to join, you're very welcome. It's at the same time, 5 p.m. Central European time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, I'm just going to share the links in the chat. And also I will send a reminder or information in the Telegram group, and probably a newsletter as well. Okay. All right. Okay, the links are there. Yeah, and you can look, both are very amazing communities. You can just check them out. They host both very amazing spiritual teachers, healers, like people around, yeah, spirituality, and interesting ones. So you can check both out. They're amazing groups. Okay. Then let's start with the meditation. So for everybody who is here for the first time, welcome. And what you can do is, so that you know everybody else is doing it, knows it anyways, please sit back, relax, and meditate along. So you don't need to do anything else. And I always say you don't need to do anything else. What do I actually mean by that? You don't need to do any mantras, spiritual practices, focusing on anything specific, like um, um, there are different practices for focusing on different chakras. Just feel into your body, surrender, allow the energies to work, and just, sense into the body what kind of sensations you're feeling. And that's all you really need to do, and relax as much as possible. And this is recorded, and I am uploading the recording later on my YouTube channel. And then you can meditate to it again if you want. I always recommend that. All right, so we're going to meditate for 50 minutes. I'm gonna have a sip. Okay, let's start and enjoy. start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. It's a never-ending process. We can always carry more light. And light is higher information, and this information is transforming our system. And this is exactly what we want. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. Then I clear surface energies. Just energies that are in the forefront of the system. So that we can access what's there as well, but often not experienced. So behind the movement, which are the surface energies, is the silence, the stillness, the clarity, the peace that's always there. Yeah, and what I mentioned before, focusing on the heart, it takes you to this peace very quickly. So through the movement, the emotion, thoughts, other energies that are playing out in the system, and then straight to this, what's always there anyways. The system is more expanding, more lights are entering. So there is a lot of light present, and more is flowing in, more is flowing in through the crown chakra and third eye chakra. And it's also in the area around us. So we're like in this little cocoon of light. We're receiving light from all directions. And it's holding us in this beautiful space so that we can relax even more. And by relaxing more, the system automatically opens up more light can enter, and so forth. Then I also clear energies out of the mind, just stuck energy on the mind level. And always when I clear energies from that level, right away more light enters. And then either there are no thoughts, or if there are thoughts, they're not that disturbing, or they're more in the background. And there's an energy present, the energy of truth, or an energy with the information of truth. It's coming in. So truth in the form of energy or light exists. There is this one truth, but then it comes into every system, everybody's receiving it, and then it individualizes. So this is why there can never be one truth in experience on earth. There are as many truths as people live here. So truth is coming in. And this energy is basically asking you the question, are you actually ready to experience your personal highest truth? Are you ready? Do you want to experience it? Or do you still want to sometimes look away, be distracted, do something else? So this brings up energies in your systems that are still not ready to meet truth, and they're being cleared. It just happens in the background. Yeah, it's interesting, the energy of truth. If you compare it to other energies, it doesn't have so much flavor, doesn't have so much bliss. It is very straightforward. It's a very straightforward energy. Like if you want to experience truth, it's gonna give you truth. If you're ready, you're getting it. It's very straightforward. Experiencing truth sometimes means also facing or recognizing things that are not of truth in your system. And the energy asks basically that question, are you ready for this? Do you want that? And I see just this question is here so that things are surfacing. Yeah, so energies are being cleared in the background. The usual ones: fear, resistance, they're mostly the core energies, other ones as well. Yeah, energies that like to hide, that like to be more in the background. That like to look away. Those energies are being cleared beautifully. The goal of the energy here is to bring a system to a point where you can say it with your mind, right? Yes, I want to experience truth, but it has to come really from your whole system. So this is what the energies are working on. And they just want to basically hear your system saying, yes, I'm open for truth. And this is what we're working on right now. And maybe you can feel it, the energies are getting stronger, and I see it, the more systems here start to open up to truth more, and energies are being cleared that don't like it so much, I don't want to see it, and so forth. The energy is getting stronger, just can come in stronger because we can receive more of it. And a few main ones I'm seeing why people don't want to experience their personal highest truth is because they feel small, unimportant, um, not good enough, not worthy, not lovable, and this is why they um, yeah, basically why they don't allow themselves to receive it. And everybody, no matter how their human life unfolds, it does honestly doesn't matter at all how people live their human lives, what they do. Everybody has this possibility, or let's say the right, um, to live from truth or open up to truth. Because this judgment we have in this 3D reality, how a good human life is supposed to be, how we're supposed to live, doing good deeds, or stuff like that. Um, on the level of the energy doesn't care about these things. It's neutral. It's just here to give. And this is in general with all the energies. They're just here to give, to share their information with us. And then it's on us what we are doing with it. But judgment, this only exists here in this 3D reality. Or ideas how things are supposed to be. So all these energies are being cleared as well. So this energy pulls us a little bit deeper in meditation. And a bit deeper. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in light. The energy is basically asking another question just to bring up stuff. Um, why are you not ready to connect to truth if it's offered? Because it's a special offering. It's not something that, let's say, is available all the time. It's now here. It's now here to connect. Okay, again, energies are surfacing. They're being cleared. Mostly energies around not being ready, not feeling ready. Everybody is ready, just that because otherwise you wouldn't be here. Yeah, and what I'm seeing is that the main, or one of the main, let's say, fears why certain systems don't want to connect to truth is because of they're fearful of the pain to see truth. But yeah, it can be, you know, sometimes, but then it's there for a moment, for a few moments, okay, this pain can be there. Doesn't have to be at all, but it is possible. But then when you have recognized it, the pain dissolves eventually, and truth gives you so much. You get so much from truth that you can't even, um, imagine this right now when you're not fully in it, just on a different level. So the ego doesn't get anything. Recognizing truth, I'm looking for the right word because valuable doesn't seem to be the best one, but let's just go with this. It's extremely valuable. Yeah, and I'm seeing now most systems are open. They're ready to fully allow truth to work on their system, to allow truth to come in, remove what's not of their highest truth, bring in what is off. That's happening right now. And then, it can then manifest in a life experience. So we do the work here. Then when you move through your life, over the next days, weeks, months, this can unfold. And it always gets just better and better and better. The closer you are to truth, the more enjoyable life experiences, the more aligned you are with who you are. And that's very beautiful. Yeah, let's allow this beautiful energy to work on our systems in silence now for the next 30 minutes. Okay, enjoy. we are finished.